Right, we are at a new venue, Gurston Down, for the full weekend. Weather is glorious. (26–27 degrees all weekend. I think it's going to be even hotter tomorrow. We have 2 practices and 2 time runs both days, I think, so we'll hope by the end of it to have some understanding of the hill. It's a weird one, Gurston, because you start downhill and then go uphill after that. There's a very fast section, then a very technical section in the middle, and then a very fast section to finish with over the line. So we'll be very tentative at this one, probably 7 temps, because it's my first ever run up Gurston. We did walk the track yesterday. The middle section, I don't know what it's called, is very tight, very tight. But the rest of it is more or less flat out. Looks like a car's struggling out, we're alright. So yeah, let's see how we get on with this one. Especially that middle section. I don't think we'll get that right today. (39.31). Not bad to start with. 90 miles an hour over the line. So yeah, on to practice run. Right, practice run number 2. Weather is scorching now, so we'll give it a bit more on this one. So 39 as expected on practice 1. We'll aim for a 38 on this one. Alright.
All good?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Good.
And then we'll aim for a 37 in timed runs. We are 6 after practice run 1 in the classic Marques. There's about 30 here today and tomorrow. I think slightly less today, slightly more tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see where we end up. I'm not anticipating winning, but we'll see how high up we can get. For those of you thinking, shouldn't you be at Gurston Down this week? That was your next one. Then yes, that was last week. We should have been, but Yorkshire Water decided to cancel the event 4 days before it was due to start. Risk of fires on the Pennines and the moors. There is obviously being Gurston Down, there is a large body of water on tap to quench any fires, but that's not good enough. Yeah, so they cancelled it last minute, or we assume that's the reason, which is a shame for the organisers and a shame for us. But it's the following week, we're at Gurston Down. There's no barbecues here this weekend either for risk of fire, so yeah, the ground is very tinder dry. But it does aid for good times, as long as it doesn't get too hot. So we'll try and be slightly more committed on this one. Try and take a better line through the middle section. I will get the name of that, I don't know, whatever it is, and then flat out over the finish line again and see where that leaves us. 128, we're on course. Right, timed run at number 1, the first one that counts. It's been a while since practice 2. We've had dinner, we've had a couple of incidents. I think we're on 4 o'clock now, so we're going to struggle to get a time run 2 in. Hopefully we will. Otherwise it could be just this one that counts, which isn't ideal, but fingers crossed we'll get a second. So yeah, a 39, sorry, a 39, a 38. We want a 37 in this one. Looking at the sectors, it's this first sector. Need to get off the line a bit better and be more committed through the first kink. And we should be there. So, bit more commitment. Let's see if the car stays on the black stuff. Committed. Yeah, hit that first kink with some right force, but went as quick as I dare. Did we get a 37? Yeah, 37.81. Crept into it. Right, timed run 2. We are the last batch of the day. Can we finish with another PB, with the best time of the day? We've moved up to 4th in Classic Marques, but ideally we want to finish in the top 3, so we're going to have to improve to do that. There's only a 10th or 2 between positions, as always. It's fairly tight. Yeah, we just want to try and shave a bit more off. We'll try and be 100% committed on this one and see where we get. But it was bloody committed. Yeah, messed up the start, had wheel spin, and and then pressed the clutch by accident going into the first king, which lost 1 mile an hour, but 183, what was it? Oh, we shaved a little bit off. Still a little bit of time for tomorrow to go up. Yeah, what was it? 37.52. Shaved another few tenths off. Happy enough with that for day one. Come back tomorrow and see if we can attack it even more. Right, welcome back to Gurston Down on another glorious day. We're now on the Sunday. So we finished yesterday with a best time of 37.5. Happy enough with that. Finished third in Classic Marques. We have even more competitors today. I think we're up to maybe 33, 34. So competition will be even more fierce. So the aim is to finish in the top 3 again, but could be even harder than yesterday. 2 practices as per yesterday in the morning and 2 timed runs in the afternoon. So this is first practice. We won't be going full at it. We'll just make sure the car's all right, performing as expected, and then we'll give it a bit more in second practice, and then all out in the 2 timed runs. See if we can perfect the start a bit better in the 2 practices. .15, fastest time over the finish line, 91. So yeah, we wheel spun out that last corner, but that actually made an extra mile an hour difference, or maybe it's the cooler temperatures in the morning. That's the difference. When it heats up in the afternoon, you just can't get the power, which is a shame. But yeah, 38.15, happy enough for that to start with. Right, practice run 2, just before lunch. So 38.2 I think it was, practice 1. We'll see if we can get into a 37 on this one, and then full on attack for the timed runs as planned. 26 degrees now and it's only going to get hotter. So I was the fastest over the line on that practice 1, faster than any time yesterday at 91, but that's because the temperature was cooler. But we'll see what we are on this one. bad. See what time it was. .37.82, bang on track. That will do. Attack it after. Right, timed run 1, just like yesterday. It's been a long way. I think we're on 3:30. So yeah, need to get my head in the game. 29 degrees as predicted. Everything is toasty. So what? The car alarm's been going off on its own accord. But let's hope it's cool enough to actually put in a good run. So yeah, let's give it as much as I can, get my head in the game and see where we come up with. Currently lying third after practice, but they're irrelevant now. It's all on this one and the next. Committed. Oh man, our first part were awesome as well, but what was it 37.26 I think. That's a new PB, we'll settle for that, but there's still more time there. Yeah, one more go. Right, we are back from a long weekend at Gurston Down. Weather, as you saw, 10 out of 10. If anything, on the Sunday it gets to that too hot stage, but like I've said many times before, I'd much rather take that than anything else. So yeah, weather glorious. 2 long days. There was a lot of entrance there. I think like 140 odd cars and then 20 odd bikes there as well. So it was a bit of a drag, but organised really well. It's a lovely venue, as you could see from the pictures and the track walk I did at the start. Really picturesque, and even though it's short, it still poses a bit of a challenge. You've got 3 sections in the main. You've got the start, from the start to the to carousel it's called. I always forgot the name of the thing, but the technical section in the middle. So you've got the start to that, which is section 1, and then you've got the middle complex section, the technical bit, which is sector 2, and then from the final corner right the way to the finish, sector 3, which is flat out again. So 2 flat out sections and a technical section in between. I knew going into it I shouldn't be at the front. It's a brand new venue for me and I had to work my way in. I could have gone row front start, but there's just absolutely no point, especially when you drive to and from events. So yeah, eased my way in, slowly but surely getting the times quicker and quicker. Unfortunately at Gurston, due to, I think in their regs anyway, but due to the amount of people, we only get 2 timed runs in the morning, 2 timed runs in the afternoon. So I never go full on in practice ever. I just don't see the point. So I only had 4 potential runs to actually put some times in. So on day 1, on the Saturday, 39 for practice 1, 38 for practice 2, exactly what I was expecting and what I was aiming for. It's crazy because now I know that car so well. I know before going to an event more or less exactly how it's going to plan out, and barring any hiccups, it usually does it. I'm not far off. And then the aim was a 37 for timed run 1, which we got 37.81, and then when what I thought was all in for timed run 2 on the Saturday, but it's never all in at a new venue. It was a 37.5, so happy enough with that, finished 3rd in class. Come back on the Sunday and I thought, yeah, we're up to speed now to a degree, so we can attack it earlier. So on the Sunday, I started with a 38 for practice 1, then a 37.82 in practice 2, and then we're going to go all in for the 2 timed runs. First timed run, best start, best set to 1, and then messed up the middle section, lost about 4/10 there, outbroke myself I think, went up onto the grass, so not the ideal line, went to change to second. Actually I think I forgot to put the clutch in, so I needed 2 attempts to get it into second, and then floored it round the last bit. So I lost 4/10 on that, but it was still my best run of the weekend at 37.2. That put me 2nd in class with 1 run to go. So I think I needed about 3/10 for first. Jim in his MX-5 that was storming all weekend, and more or less Saturday and Sunday led from start to finish. He was 3/10 in front, but I thought there's 4/10 there in that middle sector. If I can put it together on the last run, not only have I got a chance of winning, but I'll have a 36 as well, which I didn't think a 36 was possible on my first trip there. So it was really psyched up for that. And then unfortunately, the batch before us on the last run that caused a fire. I don't know what's happened, but there was a fire at the finish line. The fields were bone dry. We'd been warned about this, and that's why Scammondon was cancelled, we think, the week before. So the marshals managed to put it out, but then there was a lack of water up at the top of the hill. So while they were figuring out, I assume, how to get fire extinguishers and water to the top of the hill in a timely manner, there was then a medical emergency with one of the marshals. So the ambulance needed to attend that, and I think it was dragging on so much that the clerk of the course decided to abandon it at that point. He knew there wasn't going to be enough time left for us to do a second run, plus the runoffs that was scheduled. So we never got that. I was stopped on the start line, ready to go, or just before the start line. We were there were about 4 of us, the next one's out. Psyched up to get a 36 hopefully and be in with a chance of winning, and these things happen. We didn't get to do that, but still come away. So 3rd in class on the Saturday, 2nd in class on the Sunday. Like I said, Jim in his MX-5 stormed it most of the weekend, so he picked up 2 wins, so well done to him. But it was very close. The Saturday, I think there was less than a second between the top 10, something like that. There was like a 10th between each position, literally a 10th of a second. So one slight error, one could cost you a lot of positions. So we're happy enough with 3rd and 2nd for a new venue. Good points again because it was so close, so all the points are pretty close. And we move on to Kerbera in a couple of weeks' time, which should be a good one for me. Should be well up there on that, in the mix, and we'll see how we fare there. Thank you very much.